So we are going to do numericals of part B today and finish chapter 3 machines. But before that, there are some doubts in the exercise 3B theory part. So let's just have a look at those doubts and then we can go ahead. In which direction does the force need to be applied? That is question number 9. In which direction does the force need to be applied when a single pulley is used with a mechanical advantage greater than 1? How can you change the direction of force applied without altering its mechanical advantage? Draw a label diagram of the system. So you have to use a single pulley with a mechanical advantage greater than 1. If you want to use a single pulley with mechanical advantage greater than 1, that will be single movable pulley. Single movable pulley. Single movable pulley has mechanical advantage of 2, right? And in which direction you have to apply force in single movable pulley? You have to apply force in upward direction. Force needs to be applied in upward direction, right? How can you change the force applied without altering its mechanical advantage? If you want to change the direction of force applied, you should use one more single fixed pulley. One more single fixed pulley. So the arrangement of the combination of single movable pulley and single fixed pulley should be used if the direction of force applied needs to be changed to a convenient direction, and its mechanical advantage will not change. If you want to see the diagram of this system, then it is given over here. This diagram, single movable pulley with a fixed pulley. So this arrangement gives us mechanical advantage of 2, also changes the direction of application of force to a convenient direction, that is downward. Correct? So that was question number 9. Next doubt is in question number 13C. So there is a diagram here of a single movable pulley and a single fixed pulley. What is the purpose of pulley B? Again, the same thing. The purpose of pulley B is to uh, change the direction of applied effort, or change the direction of application of effort to a convenient direction, that is downward. So pulley B does not change the mechanical advantage. The mechanical advantage of this system is 2, because we are using a single movable pulley. But pulley B changes the direction of application of effort to a convenient direction. That is its purpose. Let's go to the next question. The next question is 16th one. Draw a diagram of combination of 3 movable pulleys and 1 fixed pulley to lift up a load. In the diagram, show the direction of load, effort and tension in each strand. Also, find the mechanical advantage, velocity ratio and efficiency of the combination in the ideal situation. So, if you want to draw this, first you need to draw a support. Will okay, so this is the rigid support with which all the pulleys will be hanged. Then you need to make a hook. With this hook, a single fixed pulley will be connected. A single fixed pulley will be connected. This single fixed pulley will have a strand of rope. On the one end of this strand, there will be effort in the downward direction. effort in the downward direction and tension in the upward direction. But the other strand will pass through a movable pulley. It will pass through a movable pulley. Okay, so movable pulley will be over here, and its frame will have a hook. Okay, with this hook there will be another strand attached which will have another pulley, and this will go up over here with a hook. It will be attached over here. Okay, here there will be one more hook with which there will be one more rope attached, and this rope will pass through another movable pulley. So I'm not having any scale or anything, so it's a not very neat looking diagram, but still understandable, and at least you know the technique के कैसे बनाना है डायग्राम. बहुत लोग डायग्राम से डरते हैं, कुछ लोगों ने तो होमवर्क में डायग्राम नहीं बनाए. सो आई कैन इमेजिन कि हाँ ये थोड़ा सा tedious task है and also boring. So this is the load. ठीक है, so 3 movable pulleys as per the question, 3 movable pulleys and 1 fixed pulley. करेक्ट, ये फिक्स पुली हो गया. तो पुली को नाम देते हैं हम लोग. दिस इज पुली ए, दिस इज बी, सी एंड डी. ए इज फिक्स्ड, बी, सी एंड डी इज मूवेबल, आर मूवेबल पुलीज. ठीक है. What about the tensions? So load is balanced by tension T1 and T2. T1 and T2 तो नहीं, T1 and T1 ही लिखेंगे यहाँ पे. ठीक है. फिर यहाँ T1 is balanced by tension T2 in 2 strands of pulley C. T2 is balanced by tension T3 in the 2 strands, not the 2 strands, but 3 strands of pulley of the rope passing through pulley B and pulley A. ठीक है. And T3 is equal to the effort. ठीक है. Now we have to show the direction of load. Now direction of load is definitely downward, and direction of effort, see the load is acting in downward direction but it will be moved in upward direction. Okay, but effort is applied in the downward direction. That is a convenient direction. Tension is always upward because it is balancing the load. Okay, we have to find the mechanical advantage. Now understand that the load is balanced by 2 strands of strings. In each of the strand the tension is T1, so load is equal to 2T1, or T1 is equal to L by 2. T1 is balanced by 2T2, right? So L by 2 is equal to 2T2, or T2 is equal to L by 4. And if you see, T2 is balanced by 2T3. ठीक है. So T2 is equal to 2T3. T2 is L by 4, which is equal to 2T3. 2T3. So that means T3 is equal to L by 8. T3 is equal to L by 8. Okay, so we found T3. Now T3 is nothing but the effort. So effort is equal to load by 8, or load upon effort is equal to 8. Therefore mechanical advantage is equal to 8, which is equal to 2 raised to 3. So you know the ideal mechanical advantage for combination of one fixed and n number of movable pulleys. The mechanical advantage is 2 raised to n. where n is the number of movable pulleys, right? Here the number of movable pulley n is 3. That's why mechanical advantage is 2 raised to 3, which is 8. Similarly, the velocity ratio. Now see, velocity ratio is distance moved by effort upon distance moved by load. Load moves 8 times more distance than effort moves 8 times more distance than the load. So it is 8 by 1 or 8 or 2 raised to 3. So velocity ratio is also 2 raised to n, right? And what is the efficiency of the combination in ideal situation? So efficiency in ideal situations is mechanical advantage upon velocity ratio multiplied by 100. That is 8 by 8 into 100, which is basically 100%. In percentage I have written, you can write efficiency as 1 also. Okay, so that was question number 16. Question number 18. The efficiency of movable pulley is always less than 100%. What is the reason? See, efficiency of movable pulley is always less than 100% because some work done is always lost in overcoming the force of friction between the movable parts of the pulleys, between the axle and the pulley, between the ropes and the pulley, and also due to the weight of the pulley, we have to apply more effort. So some energy is always lost in overcoming the force of friction. Also, considering the weight of the pulleys itself, we can say that the mechanical advantage will always be less than the velocity ratio, and hence the efficiency is less than 100%. So that is the reason. It is also given in the textbook. If you read properly the chapter, you will find this answer, right? So yeah, these were the theory questions. Now there are 10 numericals in the exercise. Before going to the numericals, we should be doing the solved examples. So let's start with the solved examples of part B. So this is the first solved example. Let's start with this. Okay, the first question. The adjacent figure 3.27, you can see the small figure over here, shows a fixed pulley used by a boy to lift a load of 400 Newton through a vertical height of 5 meter in 10 seconds. So the load is 400 Newton. Height is 5 meter and time is 10 seconds. Okay. The effort applied by the boy on the other end of the rope is 480 Newton. Effort is equal to 480 Newton. What is the velocity ratio of the pulley? Now see, velocity ratio is distance moved by effort upon distance moved by load. This is a single fixed pulley. In single fixed pulley, effort and load, they both move by the same distance. जितना तुम effort के end पे rope को खींचोगे उतना ही load ऊपर आएगा. So the velocity ratio is always 1. The velocity ratio is always 1. What is the mechanical advantage? See, mechanical advantage should also be 1, but the mechanical advantage formula states something else. Mechanical advantage formula is load upon effort, which is 400 upon 480. Okay, so this will be 4 tens and 4 twelves. 2 fives and 2 sixes. So mechanical advantage is 5 by 6, which is less than 1, definitely. Calculate the efficiency of the pulley. So efficiency is equal to mechanical advantage upon velocity ratio multiplied by 100. That is 5 by 6 by 1 multiplied by 100. That is 5 by 6 into 100. Okay, so this will be 2 threes are 2 50s are 250 divided by 3, which is basically let me find this out. 250 divided by 3, 83.3. 83.3 percentage. Why is the energy of the pulley not 100%? Energy or efficiency? I think it should be efficiency. It should be efficiency here. If the efficiency of pulley is not 100%, because some of the effort applied by us is actually wasted in overcoming the force of friction between the bearings and the pulley, and also between the ropes and the pulley, right? So due to force of friction, this some of the applied effort is wasted, and hence the energy is not 100%. That is the answer. What is the energy gained by the load in 10 seconds? Energy gained by the load in 10 seconds. Okay. So see, energy gained by the load is equal to mgh. Energy gained by the load. They are not talking about power, so I don't understand why they have given the time, because energy is mgh. See, the load is 400 Newton, so m into g is 400, multiplied by the height by which it is raised is 5, so it is 2000 joules. 2000 joules of energy is gained by the load in 10 seconds. How much power was developed by the boy in raising the load? Okay, power developed. Power developed is equal to work output upon time. So what is the work output? 2000, that is the energy gained by the load, upon time. Time is how much? 10 seconds. So the power developed is 200 watt. The boy has to apply, that is the answer of the F. Okay, the boy has to apply an effort which is greater than the load he is lifting. What is the justification for using the pulley? See, pulley is used for, single fixed pulley specifically is used for changing the direction of effort to a convenient direction. So boy can lift this load directly also, but here he is applying the effort, maybe more effort than the load, but he is applying this effort in the convenient direction, that is downward direction. So that is why he is using the pulley. That is the justification for using the pulley. Let's find all the answers, whether they are correct or not. See, velocity ratio is 1. Mechanical advantage is 0.833, absolutely perfect, 5 by 6. This is the efficiency. What was the D question? D question is why is the efficiency not 100%? Because energy is wasted in overcoming the force of friction of the pulley bearings. Perfect. This is the energy gained by the load, and energy developed. How much power was developed by the boy? That is wrong. Power developed is 240 watt. Now let's understand this power developed. Why we were wrong in finding the power developed? Actually, the power, this power which we have found is not power developed. It is output power, power output. And power developed, by the meaning, by the word power developed, they mean power input, which is work input upon time. So that was my mistake, that I took power developed as power output. Developed means the power which is given in by the boy, that is power input. So work input, what is work input? Effort multiplied by height, that is the distance, upon time. So what is the effort? See, effort is 480. What is the height? Height is 5 meter. And what is the time? 10 seconds. So 5 2s are 10, 240s are. So power developed is 240 watts, 240 watts. This is power output. This was not asked. This was asked. Correct. So I corrected my mistake over here, and I hope you also understood. And what was G question? The boy has to apply the force which is greater than the load he is lifting. What is the justification for using the pulley? It helps to change the direction of applied effort to a convenient direction. Absolutely correct. Let's go to the next question. The diagram shows combination of two pulleys P1 and P2. Okay, one is single fixed pulley P2 and one is single movable pulley P1. Right? So they are used to lift up a load. State the kind of pulleys P1 and P2. P1 is single movable pulley, P2 is single fixed pulley. State the function of pulley P2. The function of pulley P2 is to change the application of effort to a convenient direction, that is downward direction. If the free end C of the string moves through a distance x, what distance is the load W raised? By what distance is the load W raised? Okay, now see what they are asking you is the distance moved by effort is x in this arrangement. What is the distance moved by load? Now we know that the velocity ratio of this particular arrangement is 2, right? The velocity ratio is 2. Why the velocity ratio is 2? Because we know that in the combination of a single fixed pulley and single movable pulley, the velocity ratio is 2. 2 raised to 1. How many movable pulleys you see? 1. So 2 raised to 1, that is 2, is the velocity ratio. And velocity ratio is distance moved by effort upon distance moved by load. So 2 is equal to distance moved by effort is x and distance moved by load is not known. Therefore, distance moved by load is equal to x by 2. X by 2. Okay. So, if effort moves by a distance x, the load moves by a distance x by 2. Always remember this. Next, what effort E has to be applied at C to just raise the load W is equal to 20 kgf? What effort E has to be applied at C to just raise the load of 20 kgf? So load is given 20 kgf. Neglect both the weight of the pulley and the friction. So mechanical advantage has to be taken as 2 and we have to find effort. So mechanical advantage is equal to load upon effort. So 2 is equal to 20 upon effort. So effort is equal to 20 by 2, which is 10 kgf. Right? Let's check. Perfect, perfect. X by 2, 10 kgf, all are perfect. Let's go to the next question. A pulley system with velocity ratio 4 is used to lift a load of 150 kgf through a vertical height of 20 meters. So load is 150 kgf. Height is equal to 20 meter. The effort required is 50 kgf. And the velocity ratio is 4. In the downward direction. Remember, the effort is in downward direction, means there has to be a single fixed pulley in the end. Single fixed pulley must be there because it changes the direction of effort in the convenient direction. Calculate the distance moved by effort. Okay, so distance moved by load is 20 meter. H, that is distance moved by load. So let's find the answer. Velocity ratio is distance moved by effort upon distance moved by load. So 4 is equal to distance moved by effort upon 20 meter. So therefore distance moved by effort is equal to 80 meter. Correct? Very easy. Okay, the next question is calculate the work done by the effort. So this was the first question. The second question I'll be doing over here. work done by effort, right? Work done by effort will be effort multiplied by distance moved by effort. What is the effort? Effort is 50 kgf. 50 kgf. Okay. Now we have to convert this 50 kgf into Newton. So we'll multiply it with 10 because acceleration due to gravity is 10 Newton per kg, right? So m is 50 and g is 10. Distance moved by effort. Distance moved by effort is 80. So 8 fives are 40 and 3 more zeros. That is 4 into 10 raised to 4 joules. This is the work done by effort. Okay. Mechanical advantage. All right, mechanical advantage. See, mechanical advantage is equal to load upon effort. We know that the load is 150 and effort is 50. So mechanical advantage is 3. Efficiency of the pulley system. Efficiency. Efficiency is velocity ratio. So efficiency is velocity ratio upon mechanical advantage multiplied by 100%, right? Velocity ratio is 4, mechanical advantage is 3 multiplied by I think मैंने उल्टा लिखा है फॉर्मूला. It's mechanical advantage upon velocity ratio. मैं भी यही सोच रहा था कि how can the efficiency be more than 100%. So it is mechanical advantage upon velocity ratio into 100. Mechanical advantage is 3, velocity ratio is 4 into 100. So this will get cut with 100, 25. So we get 75%. That's the efficiency. And the total number of pulleys and the number of pulleys in each block. Now if this is a block and tackle arrangement जो पहले वो लोग ने बताया नहीं है, हम लोग total number of pulleys निकाल सकते हैं. See, the total number of pulleys, if you want to find, you can just look at the velocity ratios. If it is a block and tackle system, the velocity ratio is equal to n, which is equal to number of pulleys in ideal condition. Of course, ideal and practical, both conditions. Number of pulleys is equal to the velocity ratio. So the number of pulleys here is equal to 4. And they are asking number of pulleys in each block. If it is a block and tackle system and there are 4 pulleys, see, we know that in block and tackle system, either the number of pulleys in the upper and lower block are both equal to each other, or the number of pulleys in the upper block is one more than the number of pulleys in the downward block. तो यहाँ पे एक ही केस हो सकता है कि द नंबर ऑफ पुलीज इन ईच ब्लॉक इज 2 एंड 1 और 3 तो हो नहीं सकता क्योंकि 2 का डिफरेंस पॉसिबल नहीं है. सो नंबर ऑफ पुलीज इन ईच ब्लॉक इज इक्वल टू 2. ठीक है. सो दिस इज द आंसर. लेट्स चेक द आंसर. 80 मीटर पहला आंसर है, करेक्ट. Second answer है 40,000 joule, perfect. Mechanical advantage 3, efficiency 75%. Total number of pulleys 2 and number of pulleys in each block. Total number of pulleys 4 and number of pulleys in each block is 2. Correct. Let's move to the last question of the chapter. Last solved example. A block and tackle has 2 pulleys in each block. Okay. 2 pulleys in each block means there are 2 blocks. So number of pulleys is 4. So velocity ratio is also 4. Okay, effort being applied upward. Effort being applied upward. This is interesting, man. This is really interesting because if you think of this to be a rigid support and then there is a hook and then there is other hook and then there is a frame, ये फ्रेम में हम लोग 2 पुलीज बनाते हैं, ठीक है, एंड देन देर इज वन मोर फ्रेम लोअर ब्लॉक वाला, और इसमें भी हम लोग विल मेक 2 पुलीज, ठीक है, और यहाँ पे वी आर अटैचिंग लोड, ठीक है, यहाँ पे हुक होगा एक, यहाँ पे भी एक हुक होगा, ठीक है, अभी हुक में रोप हमने नहीं डाला है। सो यहाँ पे बोला एफर्ट बीइंग अप्लाइड अपवर्ड, यार एफर्ट तो अपवर्ड कैसे होगा, बिकॉज रोप यहाँ से जाएगा इसके अंदर, फिर वो जाएगा नीचे वाले में, फिर वो जाएगा इसमें, फिर वो जाएगा ये वाले में, एंड यहाँ पे इसको अटैच करेंगे, सही है ना, ऐसा ही होता है। ड्रॉ अ नीट डायग्राम टू शो दिस अरेंजमेंट एंड कैलकुलेट इट्स मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज। मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज तो 4 रहेगा क्योंकि 4 पुली है। इफ द लोड मूव्स बाय डिस्टेंस x, what distance will the free end of the string move up? It will move up by a distance x by 4 because velocity ratio 4 है, तो we can see that अगर लोड x डिस्टेंस ऊपर मूव करता है, oh sorry, तो effort will move up by a distance 4x, not x by 4, 4x, ठीक है। पहले तो देखते हैं डायग्राम करेक्ट बनाया कि नहीं। ओ डायग्राम नहीं है सही, बिकॉज यहाँ पे वो लोग ने बोला है कि एफर्ट ऊपर की तरफ है, तो नीचे से वो लोग ने स्ट्रिंग निकाला है। लेट्स ड्रॉ द डायग्राम अगेन यार, दिस इज इंटरेस्टिंग, ठीक है, सारी स्ट्रिंग्स हट गई। अब एफर्ट ऊपर की तरफ है, ठीक है, एफर्ट अगर ऊपर की तरफ है तो मैं यहाँ पे एफर्ट लगाऊंगा, ठीक है, ये वाला एफर्ट हो जाएगा, और ये स्ट्रिंग का एंड जाएगा फर्स्ट वाले में, और ये जाएगा सेकंड वाले में, और ये जाएगा सेकंड वाले में, और ये जाएगा यहाँ पे। यस, ऐसा कुछ होगा, ये ऐसा ही है एक्चुअली, दिस इज हाउ इट इज, ठीक है। वो लोग ने टेंशन्स भी बताए हैं, सो यहाँ पे टेंशन होगा नीचे की तरफ, यहाँ पे सॉरी यहाँ पे टेंशन होगा ऊपर की तरफ, टेंशन और एफर्ट एक ही डायरेक्शन में होंगे, ठीक है, ये भी टेंशन, ये भी टेंशन, ये टेंशन ऊपर, ये टेंशन ऊपर, और ये टेंशन ऊपर, ठीक है, ये टेंशन और ये एफर्ट सेम है, तो 4 टेंशन है जो बेसिकली होल्ड कर रहे हैं लोड को, इसलिए मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज 4 हो जाएगा। और इफ द लोड मूव्स अप बाय डिस्टेंस x, द फ्री एंड ऑफ द रोप विल मूव बाय डिस्टेंस 4x। 5x लिखा है लोगों ने, 5 कैसे है मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज यहाँ? अच्छा, एफर्ट और टेंशन एक दूसरे को कैंसिल नहीं कर रहे हैं क्योंकि दोनों अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में, so there are 5 tensions including the effort, 1 2 3 4 5, velocity ratio 4, velocity ratio कितना हो जाएगा इसका? 5 हो जाएगा यार। दिस इज हियर द एफर्ट इज अप्लाइड अपवर्ड, हाँ उसकी वजह से ये सारी चेंजेस हो रहे हैं। हियर द एफर्ट इज अप्लाइड अपवर्ड, सो इट्स मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज इन वेलोसिटी रेशियो इज मोर देन द टोटल नंबर ऑफ पुलीज यूज, इट इज इक्वल टू द नंबर ऑफ स्ट्रैंड्स सपोर्टिंग द लोड। ये तुम्हें याद रखना है, ये बहुत ही यूनिक क्वेश्चन आया है, ठीक है। यहाँ पे जो लोड को सपोर्ट करने वाले स्ट्रैंड्स है उसमें टेंशन कितने, 1 2 3 4 5 टेंशन है, और एफर्ट भी टेंशन की डायरेक्शन में, सो एफर्ट और टेंशन एक दूसरे को कैंसिल नहीं कर रहे, सो वेलोसिटी रेशियो 5 है, ठीक है, और मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज भी 5 है। यहाँ पे वेलोसिटी रेशियो, मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज, ये नंबर ऑफ पुलिस से ज्यादा रहेंगे बिकॉज एफर्ट इज अप्लाइड इन द अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन। ये यूनिक सिचुएशन है, इसको प्लीज समझ लेना, याद कर लेना इसको, ये यूनिक सिचुएशन को, ठीक है। सो दीज वर ऑल द solved examples from part B of physics chapter 3 machines. पुली पूरा कवर हो गया है. अब तुम एक्सरसाइज में जितने भी क्वेश्चन है कर लो, and in the next video maybe I'll be covering your doubts, and then we'll be moving on to chemistry. We have to start chemistry. It is high time now, so please finish the exercise as soon as you can. All right, bye bye.